Welcome back to our channel, the channel for the latest news and untold stories about Catherine, the Princess of Wales, and her royal family. Today we bring you some news. Catherine in heartbreak tears to William's big decision amid her cancer battle about George's heavy responsibilities as heir. Prince George was completely unaware that he would one day become a king. As far as he would have to worry within our family unit, we're a normal family, William remarked, referring to his and Princess Catherine's choice to refrain from informing their firstborn child, who was only a toddler at the time, of what was to come at an excessively young age. There's going to be a moment and a place where George will have to be brought up, and it's going to become clear to him how he fits in with the rest of the world. For the time being, however, all that's required of me as a parent is to provide a safe and stable environment around him and to show him as much affection as I possibly can. During the Easter break in Norfolk, according to an insider, Prince William and Prince George had a heart-to-heart on Prince George's future duties as a member of the British royal family. The young prince had to realise the gravity of his position as a possible future king in the face of Catherine's cancer battle and King Charles's health problems. One day, the chance to lead our nation and its people may present itself to you at some point in the future. I understand there's a lot on your mind, but I want you to be ready, Prince William reassured. You must gracefully and dignifiedly represent our family and our country by making tough judgments. It's an incredible privilege. However, it comes with a heavy burden of duty. With a sad nod, Prince John seemed to finally understand the gravity of his future responsibilities. In order to continue his family's work, he realized he would need to listen and learn from his elders. William, who's 41 years old, and Catherine, who's 42 years old, have adhered to the plan. In spite of this, they have been forced to begin conducting some significant discussions with George because of the passing of Queen Elizabeth in 2022, and also because of the cancer diagnosis of King Charles III and Catherine that they've received earlier this year. The extended family has been going through an abundance of transitions lately, which has inevitably led to discussions regarding the responsibilities that George will have in the future. To clarify that the royal couple have been sitting the 10-year-old down to discuss inheritance and what is and is going to be required of him, a royal insider revealed in a confidential conversation in a report that they're assisting him in understanding more about the current circumstances. Although it's a terrifying idea, Prince George is a very intelligent young man. Indeed, he's aware of the fact that he will one day become king. A careful equilibrium has to be maintained. William's torn at what the original source's statement. He started getting ready. Prince George, however, he continues to desire for his son to experience as carefree in his formative years as possible. Like his mum, the deceased Princess Diana encouraged him to enjoy. According to the source, Princess Catherine is excellent at understanding how to allow George to be a kid. This is in addition to his siblings, the Spares, who include Princess Charlotte, who will be 9 in May, and Prince Louis, who will reach the age of 6 in April. He does not receive treatment in any different manner than everyone else in their home. In spite of the fact that Prince William earlier pronounced his baby son Prince George to be a righteous little rascal on occasion, his sweet boy appears to be evolving in a very acceptable way. He began taking guitar lessons approximately 5 years ago, and Catherine disclosed and he has been getting on there as well, as William triumphantly stated when the opportunity to assist in the delivery of lambs on an agricultural property close to their home and Mahal presented itself a few years ago. Catherine reported that he had been taking guitar lessons now for about 5 years. Currently, he's entirely engrossed in sport, including the following. Prince William was explaining to me how George ended up competing in triathlons at school, said a former triathlon champion, and he's attended championship matches for the sport of soccer, the game of rugby, and volleyball, and in the fall of the previous year, he also participated in games of volleyball. In the year 2023, Catherine made the following statement on each and every one of her children in relation to their participation in physical activities. They're getting older and trying out various sports. It's going to be interesting and fascinating to observe how they rise and mature. Eugene is now pursuing his education at the Ropes. When George eventually becomes a working senior royal in the not-too-distant future, he'll be required to acquire a great deal of skills that he's now learning about. In accordance with the information that we were supplied, he already possesses great manners and understands what's appropriate while out and about with dignitaries. However, George is not a fan of all the traditional standards. He despises the habit of bowing and pomp and circumstance that's required of him. He's not used to being treated in this manner. It's something that he shrugs his shoulders at, despite the fact that he believes it to be exceedingly silly. On the other hand, he does not have any concerns about it. George has been receiving assistance from Catherine and William in combining his schooling with the extra lessons that he's starting to need. This is despite the fact that Catherine is also dealing with a health issue. In addition, the fact that they disobeyed royal protocol and kept their little boy close by has caused them to feel a little bit of apprehension that's greater than anything that they ever felt before. Both King Charles III's sons, Prince William and Prince Harry, were sent to boarding school away from their family when they were only 8 years old. This was done in order to protect them from the influence of their relatives. Lambrook School was a co-ed school that cost $30,000 a year and was located close to the Prince and Princess of Wales's new house on the Windsor Castle estate. In 2022, the Prince and Princess of Wales made the decision to enroll their children in Lambrook at this institution. Catherine's always wished them to grow up with more of an ordinary childhood than William did, and she didn't necessarily expect them to conform to every royal tradition. A source said in a recent interview that was included in a newspaper. What she did not necessarily expect was them to conform to every royal tradition. For Prince George, the requirements of royal duty are expected to become more stringent in the years to come. Despite this, Catherine's conscious of the fact that this time is running out very quickly. In a couple of years, George's life will most dramatically transform as he takes on more responsibilities. The source continues, and Princess Catherine believes that he ought to spend time out enjoying relaxation and staying away from his parents. Ideally, when he's older, this is something that Princess Catherine believes should happen. Catherine's of the opinion that this is something that ought to take place. When it comes to the first source, it's said that George is nothing more than a typical child. So who just happens to be the second in line to inherit the throne? Currently, this term is appropriate to the situation at hand. Thanks for watching today's video. Please let us know your thoughts on what you think, and if it's too early to talk to Prince George about his future and responsibilities at the age of just 10. And goodbye for the time being.